Why ADHD needs emotional safety. Not just tools, routines, or discipline. One of the biggest misunderstandings about ADHD is the belief that the right tools, routines, or productivity systems will fix everything. While tools can help, they don't work in isolation. Many people with ADHD try system after system, routine after routine, only to feel frustrated when nothing sticks. What's often missing isn't discipline or strategy, it's emotional safety. Without emotional safety, even the best tools fail. Emotional safety is the feeling that effort won't lead to punishment, shame, or rejection. It's the sense that mistakes are survivable and that struggle doesn't threaten your worth. For many people with ADHD, emotional safety has been inconsistent or absent for much of their lives. Feedback often focused on what was wrong rather than what was hard. Over time, this teaches the nervous system to stay on guard. When the nervous system doesn't feel safe, executive function shuts down. Focus drops, motivation disappears, tools stop working. ADHD brains are especially sensitive to emotional cues. This sensitivity isn't weakness, it's wiring. Emotional responses are faster and stronger, which means environments that feel critical, rushed, or judgmental create more stress. When stress is high, the brain prioritizes survival over productivity. This is why ADHD struggles increase in high-pressure situations, even when the person knows what to do. Many people with ADHD confuse pressure with motivation because pressure sometimes works in the short term. Deadlines, urgency, and fear can trigger action briefly. But pressure is not safety. It activates the stress response, not sustainable engagement. Over time, relying on pressure leads to burnout, avoidance, and emotional exhaustion. Emotional safety, on the other hand, allows the brain to stay regulated long enough to build habits and follow through. One reason emotional safety is hard to develop with ADHD is internalized criticism. Even when external environments become more supportive, the inner voice often remains harsh. Years of correction and misunderstanding teach the brain to anticipate failure. This anticipation creates anxiety around tasks, even neutral ones. The nervous system reacts as if danger is present, pulling attention away from the task to protect itself. This is why self-compassion isn't a nice extra for ADHD. It's a regulatory tool. Self-compassion reduces threat signals in the brain, allowing executive function to come back online. When you respond to difficulty with understanding instead of criticism, the nervous system relaxes. Focus improves, problem-solving becomes possible again. Emotional safety also affects learning. ADHD brains learn best when mistakes are allowed. When errors are punished emotionally, the brain avoids risk. This leads to stagnation, not growth. Safe environments encourage experimentation and adaptation. They allow you to try, fail, adjust, and try again without fear. This is essential for building sustainable systems. Another overlooked aspect of emotional safety is predictability. ADHD brains struggle with uncertainty. When expectations change suddenly or rules feel unclear, stress increases. Clear communication, realistic expectations, and consistent boundaries reduce cognitive load. This isn't about rigidity, it's about reducing ambiguity so the brain doesn't have to stay hypervigilant. Emotional safety also involves permission to rest. Many people with ADHD feel guilty when resting because they equate rest with laziness. This guilt prevents true recovery. When rest feels unsafe, burnout becomes inevitable. Emotional safety reframes rest as maintenance, not failure. Maintenance keeps systems functioning. Relationships play a major role here. Supportive relationships that offer understanding rather than judgment dramatically improve ADHD functioning. Feeling accepted reduces the need to mask symptoms. Masking is exhausting. When you can be yourself without fear of criticism, energy is freed for living rather than managing impressions. It's also important to talk about how emotional safety affects goal setting. When goals are tied to self-worth, failure feels devastating. This increases avoidance and fear. Setting goals from a place of curiosity, rather than obligation, reduces emotional stakes. Goals become experiments instead of tests of character. Emotional safety doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means approaching challenges without threat. ADHD brains can handle hard things when they feel supported. The difference between "I have to do this or I'm failing, and I'm going to try this and see what happens," is huge. One creates stress, the other creates engagement. Another critical piece is repairing emotional safety after it's been broken. Mistakes happen, plans fall apart. When they do, how you respond matters more than what went wrong. Responding with self-attack reinforces fear. Responding with curiosity and adjustment rebuilds trust. Repair strengthens emotional safety over time. It's also helpful to recognize that emotional safety is context-dependent. You might feel safe in some areas of life and unsafe in others. This isn't inconsistency, it's information. Identifying where safety is lacking allows for targeted support rather than blanket self-criticism. Many people with ADHD worry that without pressure, they'll become unmotivated. This fear comes from confusing pressure with engagement. Emotional safety doesn't remove accountability. It changes the tone of accountability. Instead of fear-driven urgency, accountability becomes collaborative and supportive. This actually improves follow-through. Emotional safety also supports identity rebuilding. As discussed in the previous video, ADHD often shapes identity through failure narratives. Safety allows new narratives to form. You begin to see yourself as capable with support, not incapable without pressure. This shift changes how you approach life. It's important to acknowledge grief here. Realizing how long you've operated without emotional safety can be painful. You might grieve the support you didn't receive. That grief is valid. Processing it allows healing. Ignoring it keeps old patterns alive. Building emotional safety is a practice, not a switch. It involves repeated choices to respond differently to struggle. Each compassionate response rewires the nervous system slightly. Over time, these changes accumulate. The brain learns that effort doesn't equal danger. Engagement becomes easier. Inside Dopaloop Pro, emotional safety is a core focus. We don't just share tools, we help you create the conditions those tools need to work. That means reducing shame, increasing understanding, and supporting your nervous system. If you want ADHD-friendly support that prioritizes emotional safety alongside practical strategies, you'll find the link in the description.